Today, we're going to break down our advanced candidate attraction method, and it's going to help you to attract at least 10 to 15 candidates every single month. It's the exact method we use for our clients, and it's helping them to speak to more quality candidates, but it's also getting more candidates reaching out to them. So why should you listen to us? Well, me and my twin brother Sam have generated well over £3 million in revenue for our clients, and more importantly, when they're using our candidate attraction method, they're getting results within a matter of hours. I mean, we've had clients that have literally had an influx of candidates within 24 to 48 hours from using our method. This method works so well, one of our clients got 128 applicants within 48 hours. Just think about that for a second. That is insane. The first stage is info gathering, and this is absolutely vital. It's probably the most important part of the process, because without the right information, you're not going to get the traction you truly desire. Sam and I can usually tell pretty quickly if someone's done their homework or not, because when we ask them questions, they typically respond like this. What are the biggest selling points about that particular company? Well, the salary is great, the company's growing really fast, and there's some great career progression. What's the company culture like? Yeah, it's really vibrant, people are happy working there, it's a really cool place. Why would somebody actually want to work there in the first place? Well, the money's pretty good, the career progression is great, and there's a lot of benefits. Now, some of this information might resonate with you, but the reality is, guys, this type of information isn't going to cut it, and there's one reason why. Every single other recruiter is saying the exact same thing. If there's one thing that you can do to completely transform the way that you attract candidates, it's your information gathering process. The better and more thorough your process is, the more candidates you will attract. We're going to give you the exact sheet that we give to our clients so that they can ask better quality questions and get the information they need to sell the role. Okay guys, so here's the sheet. You'll notice straight away there's a lot of questions, north of 30 to 40. Most recruiters will ask a handful of questions in about 10 to 15, 20 minutes tops, and they'll brush over all the main points. Now straight away you can see, look how much detail we go into here. You know, just in the company overview, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions. Tell me about the business. Tell me who you are and why someone should work for you. Who started the business? Why did they start the business? What's your background? You know, let's go into team and size and structure. Tell me about the team. Where have the team come from? What's the team size? Where have the managers come from? How many were brought in through the ranks? You know, we're going into a lot of detail here, and you're not going to just want to ask the question once. You're going to want to ask why multiple times. So tell me about the team, for example. Yeah, the team's great, they're really vibrant and they work really hard. Okay, awesome. Why are they vibrant? Tell me a little bit more. Oh, they're vibrant because they all love working with each other. They all kind of have similar characteristics and they get a good buzz off each other. Oh, interesting. What kind of characteristics do they have? And you know, you want to go into as much detail as possible because we want to talk about this stuff. The nuances is exactly what differentiates this company. So guys, I hope that makes sense. We want to encourage you to ask as many questions as possible, and we're going to leave this exact PDF in the comments below so that you can download it and use it for your next role. Step 2 is deconstructing that information. So congratulations, you are at the stage now where you've managed to sit down and ask all these questions, and now you've got a mountain of information. The question is, what now? What do you do with that information? Now we want to prioritize all that information. We want to prioritize the key selling points. And an example of that is a candidate might be more interested in flexible working at home in their slippers for 4 days a week than they would for free parking. So obviously flexibility would come further up on the list than free parking. So let me show you in a little bit more detail exactly what that looks like. So guys, this is an example of exactly what a sheet would look like after we've prioritized some of the key selling points. This opportunity is a bit different. It's not a traditional agency, it's a startup. It's got huge backing, and the leadership team has a great mixture of agency and in-house experience, not only in the UK, but internationally as well. And if we were to apply that to the candidate and why they should care about that, it would be a wide variety of experience means better training and development from people that have built large businesses and successfully managed teams. They can learn from the best and grow a lot faster, which means billing higher numbers and getting better at their craft. One more example might look like this. This company works in a couple of different ways with clients. They get referred a lot through their networking, also do embedded roles, which means they don't need to bash the phones every day like a muppet. They're given plenty of work from the get-go. If we were to apply this to the candidate and why they should care, they'll be supported and fed work. For a lot of recruiters, building a desk from scratch can be a daunting feeling and means a lot of grinding for new business. Here they save time and effort, and they have the work ready for the consultant, which means making money faster and bypassing a lot of the tough stuff that most people will avoid. So as you can see, guys, we've got a lot of information here. We highlight the key points, and this is going to be the exact information that we use in the ads, in the content, and the emails. Once we've identified the key selling points, we then start crafting and creating our campaign. The reason we call it a campaign is because, we're not just sending out a few emails here to attract the odd candidate. We're really making a robust process covering multiple different angles so that we can attract as many people as possible. So as you can see, guys, we've divided the campaign into 3 main areas. The key selling points will be at the top, and that will really be the thing that drives the campaign, where we get all the most important bits of information. We then have the advert, we have content, and we have in-mails. The job advert itself is going to be written in a different way. It's not going to be a typical job advert. It's going to go into the key selling points. It's going to take them along a journey. It's going to tell a story. It's really going to excite the candidate and get them interested in what we're selling. The advert's going to be placed on LinkedIn and on your most popular job boards. It's going to be the main piece of content that's pulling in candidates in the background. Now, the next stage is content. I think content is being severely underutilized for most recruiters. Typically, they'll stop at this stage. They'll create an advert, they'll put it on a job board, and they might throw it on LinkedIn, and that's it. They won't do anything else in terms of creating awareness around that role. Content for me is extremely important, because what we do here is we gather all the key selling points. We talked about the most potent key selling points. What we want to do is use all of them and create a separate post for each of those key selling points, Monday to Friday. And what that does is it creates more awareness and it creates more inbound traffic, but more importantly, it also allows us to test the most potent key selling points and figure out which ones are pulling in more candidates. The final stage are in-mails. Now, we're not going to avoid outbound activity. I think outbound is still a really important part of an overall campaign, but the difference with our emails is, again, we're basing them on key selling points, on emotional drivers, on triggers that are going to be more potent. So with our emails, we tend to get better responses and we get better quality candidates because we're basically creating shortened version of the advert. We're basically condensing the advert into something short, sweet, and snappy that's going to get the attention of your ideal candidate. So that is a very brief overview, guys, of how we're helping our clients to attract an additional 10 to 15 candidates every single month. And it really comes down to taking more time to ask better questions and creating more effective campaigns that stand out amongst the crowd. If you want to hear more, please go to www.take2brothers.com and we'll see you soon. Cheers.